Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. I wanted to come here and make a video. Today is the 8th of January 2021. Yes, I feel like the week flew by also. There's a lot going on, as we all know. Once again, another year with unprecedented things that we have not seen before, obviously, but wanted to come here. So we just learned that the president got permanently banned from Twitter. So they banned the president, and this is what they're saying on the media. They're saying that Jack Dorsey, which is the co-creator of Twitter and the Square payments, by the way, which I didn't know that. So Jack Dorsey is the co-creator of Twitter and the creator of Square payments. He said that he received hundreds of Twitter's employees sent him a letter signed saying to please permanently suspend Donald Trump's account, and he went through it on that. So it's very clear that they are censoring the president. So I just don't understand why. So the president came out yesterday and he spoke about what happened. I made a video about that. And he said that people who violated and made that mess that they did at the Capitol, they will be persecuted. And he actually acknowledged that Biden won, and he said that he wanted to have a clear voting voting results. So that's why he wanted to proceed with the everything that happened. I made a video about that. I showed the entire speech that the president did, and it was about 2-minute video that he put on Twitter. So he did all of that. He finally, I guess a lot of people were waiting for him to kind of said, he is leaving office. He said on the January 20th, a new administration will take over. He said all of that. And so he has right now 12 days left, and they are actively censoring him, actively trying to remove him. And I do believe there has to be a reason for that. I don't know what's going on, and I know a lot of people don't know, but the fact is that even Nancy Pelosi said that if Pence does not impeach the president or remove the president, that she will do something tomorrow. So that's what she came out and said, because she was pursuing Vice President Pence to do that. And she said even if he doesn't do anything, we'll do something on the 9th, which is tomorrow, Saturday. So that I think it's just so strange to me that they're making him out to be like public enemy number 1 now. They're not gonna let him. They don't even want him to let him 10 more days, 12 more days, and it's so strange. It's almost like they are so afraid of what he might do before he ends his presidency. It is very clear they're obviously super nervous about it. They are censoring him everywhere. They are also censoring a lot of conservative accounts here on this platform and other platforms also. So I just feel like it's the mobbing has begun on him, the persecution, on all of us who conservative people who believe in God too. They are going to be censoring us. They don't want the truth to be out, and I'm here to tell you more truth. So if you don't see me in a few more days or something, then you know what happened. That's why you have to go on my website so that you can be aware of where probably end up. If something happened to my account, which I do all social medias too, and my message has always been the same. So that way you can know where what had been canceled or whatever. So if you go on julissadesigns.com, that's where you will know. I'm here to tell you guys more truth. So yes, they are creating a registry of people who take the COVID vaccine. The US, I'm gonna read it to you because this is out from the Department of Health and the the federal government. Is called the the V as in Victor AMS Vaccine Administration Management System for the COVID-19 vaccine. So years prior, you can go get your vaccine, and if you wanted a record of it, you call your doctor. Hey, can you send me the record? There wasn't no general big registry where people can put in your information and find out if you took the vaccine or not. Offices, if you could change doctors, you sign a release form, and they can get the vaccine records from your previous doctor. This vaccine has created a vaccine administration management system, in part with the Department of Health and the federal government. Shocker! So we knew this was coming, just like they did in, I think it was Spain. I reported a couple weeks ago. Here is the U.S. saying that they are going to keep. So let me read it for you guys. So the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, the other federal agency, and the state public health department need real-time or near real-time data on early mass COVID-19 administration. Operation Warp Speed leaders expect dose level accountability from the time the vaccine leaves the manufacturer until unused vaccine is returned. CDC developed the vaccine administration management system to meet this need. That's a very easy excuse for people to believe, oh yeah, they gotta know if they send 50 vaccine, they gotta make sure they use all 50 vaccine. That's why we need that information. They don't want to know how many were used. They want to know who took it. Because if you're telling me you want to make sure your compliance is meet, that way you can send more if they run out. They don't want to know how we send 50 trucks of the vaccine, how many you have left. We have just one batch left. No, they want to know everybody's name who took it. Let's just be real. It's very easy to just be like, oh yeah, that's all they want to know, just so they can send more, or like don't send anything. So it's called the BAMS. I don't know why I keep messing that up. Vaccine Administration Management System. The modules are jurisdiction. The public health will add employers, organizations, and clinic can be added to facilitate vaccination for the staff and respond to inventory requests. Employers and organizations, add your employer organizations into that. Manually add your workers and upload the list of these workers in bold format. Email are sent to these workers that register for their appointment. Clinicians can manage their clinic schedule and set up separate treatment stations based on the vaccinations. Track the vaccine inventory, checking the recipients when they arrive for their appointment. Review recipient medical questionnaire and consent. So it's like a whole new system they're creating, a brand new registry, and they're gonna, they're sending it out to these clinics and things like that, employers, so you can upload the information of your employees who took the vaccine. Recipients can register in the BAMS upon receiving an email invitation. Search nearby vaccination clinics so that you can go to any of the clinics that they are going to open, which they will be opening, and receive the vaccination certificate. Let me tell you something, guys. I had taken the flu shot. Like, I wasn't given a paper that says, hey, there's your flu shot. Congratulations. Like, why would I need a certificate after I go and get it? Let me guess. Oh, I don't know, because normally you go to the doctor, you get your vaccine, and you're out. You only call them if you're transferring from offices. If you're like, I don't know, what else would you need vaccination records? If you're like doing a high risk employment, you might need the records. This is so very strange, but we knew it was coming, right? We knew it was coming. So data sharing, DPH. BAMS will be able to share real-time data with, I don't know what that, healthcare providers, healthcare records. Data asset will be protected and secure. And phase one options for the COVID agreement. So the provider who gives you the vaccination, right? They will sign an agreement within 24 hours of giving you the vaccine. If your organization must submit vaccine administration to enter immunization information records, call the WIZ, WIZ, in the system designated by the CDC, and they should also enter in the new system, which is the Vaccination Administration Management System, BAMS. Okay, so wherever you go get your vaccine, which I don't know if that's what you're planning on doing, they're gonna have to let the federal government know right away, because they are keeping a register. Why would they keep a registry of the vaccination for COVID? Why would they? Because it's gonna be needed to do basically anything. Travel, grocery shopping, who knows, guys? This is what we're saying. We've been saying this for a while now. We took the mask. I'm not saying just you. I took the mask. We took the mask. They saw that people, you present a boogeyman, you present a threat to people, and you say this is the craziest thing that can kill anybody, even though abortions numbers went up and are killing more people than anything, abortions, and the flu kills millions of thousands of people every year, right? COVID started last March. And in 10 days, the majority of people that have it, they go back to their normal life. But they say, they created this huge threat, and now people are seeing this vaccine as something like heaven sent, which absolutely it is not. Why they're not talking about the nurses that are taking the vaccine and they are dying? Why nobody's talking about that, right? So, sorry, I'm just reading here. So, vaccine providers participating in phase one may consider opting out of the reporting, but you can create a roster of people that took the vaccination during phase 1A or 1B. Remember to consider both your own employees and additional outside groups that you may be vaccinating. So notify them that they have been prioritized for the current phase of vaccination, and then you can electronically report those administered via another system that they have, electronic interface between electronic medical records and the WIC. So that is the registry for the vaccination. So I wonder, guys, like I said, I'm using my channel to just talk about everything that's happening, talk about Christ. So I wonder what's gonna happen when the people who refuse the vaccine are not found in that registry. So now we move over here, and I'm gonna read you a new law started on the 6th, right? January 6th was very historic day, we can call it. And this is it happened in New York, in the state of New York, introduced by M. of A. Perry, by the committee. He read this to the Committee of Health. It's called an act to amend the public health law in relationship to the removal of cases, contact, and carriers of communicable disease who are potentially dangerous to public health. So the people of the state of New York represented in the Senate and Assembly do enact as follows. Section 1. The public health law is amended by adding a new section 2120 to read as follows. So they added a new section to it. Removal and detention of cases, contacts, and carriers who are or may be endangered to public health. Other orders. 1. The provisions of this section shall be utilized in the event that the governor declares a state of health emergency due to epidemic of a communicable disease. So let's say tomorrow or in the next week, I believe his name is Como, or de Blasio might declare the state of New York, what was the thing? A state of health emergency. So this law will take over because it said shall be utilized in the event that the governor declares a state of health emergency due to the epidemic of a communicable disease. So, number 2, upon determining by clear and convincing evidence that the health of others is or may be endangered by a case, contact, or carrier of suspected case, suspected case, contact, or carrier of a contagious disease that, in the opinion of the governor, after consultation with the commissioner, may pose an imminent and significant threat to public health, resulting in severe morbidity of high mortality, the governor of his or her delegate, including but not limited to the commissioner of heads of local health partners, may order the removal or detention of such person or a group of such person by issuing a single order identifying such persons either by name or by reasonable specific description of individuals. Such person of groups shall be detained in a medical facility or other appropriate facility or premises designed by the governor. Oh, really? You guys remember a couple years back when they said that Walmart was closing a lot of stores? Everything is making sense now, guys. So let's go back. I'm thinking like 2015, 2016. There was a lot of YouTubers talking about how Walmart is closing stores just out of nowhere. They were closing stores and creating camps, and they were saying these are concentration camps. So it's almost like things are coming together now. And this is what I'm talking about. The Church of God is just so concerned about January, New Year, and New Year. I understand. Everybody wants good news. I get it. But we cannot ignore what's happening in front of our eyes. Okay? They're saying that if you are if they believe that you are a contact or carrier of a contagious disease, I wonder what disease could that be, right? If you're a contagious disease, that they might put you in a detention, you can be detained in a medical facility or other appropriate facility or premises, designed by the governor, complying with the subdivision 5 of this section. A person removed or detained by the order of the governor should should be detained for such a period in such a manner as the department may direct in accordance with this section. So they will decide how long you're going to be detained. This is not something that if you are positive, right? If they suspect that you have it, let's say tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow in the next week, New York is being declared a state of emergency because the cases are going up, and they think you had a coworker that had it and you're not being compliant, I guess, they will find anything to say, you know what, that person might have it. So we're going to detain you. They're going to detain you and put you in a medical facility or a place designated by the governor. And I'm laughing because we know what was happening with all these Walmart stores. There was a lot of people talking about it, how they're creating it like a camp, and they were putting this you know how we see like the immigrants that are being detained too. They have these wire fences inside these buildings, and like you have to think about it. Like when the pandemic first came out, why did they let open and have their own business? Because I mean, I remember driving around because I was making face masks back then, right? And I'm like, man, I need to get to Joann's Fabric. And so everything was closed. And then you drive by the Walmart parking lot, it was jam packed, right? So they were open, and they never closed, right? They were always open. So all I'm saying, I'm not gonna read it more, because I don't want to make the video too long. This is, if you search for information, you're gonna find it. Okay, I have no reason to be making things up here. This is, I'm looking at the website, the New York State Senate. Okay, you gotta look at the Act 4160 that is active. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can leave you a link. Maybe I can leave you a link. It's called, and this happened. They're waiting. It's in the committee, so they're waiting for this. I mean, sorry, I do apologize. I actually thought it was passed. So they're waiting for this. So tell me, who in their right mind would want this to be passed and approved by the Senate? It hasn't been yet. So it is active, but it hasn't been passed. But just to think that somebody or a group of people drafted this out, it's kind of like scary in the sense like, wow, I mean, it's not enough to keep people at home, to keep the people from seeing their family, to keep kids not going to school. Now they're going to create this in case you might be in contact tracer, or in case you might be a contagious person. Even though, guys, like I said before, this coronavirus can last up to 10 days. Because if you're telling me the CDC says if you have the symptoms and you test positive, wait 10 days and then go back to your regular life, just keep wearing a mask. Why are people in like leadership position creating this, making this bigger than what it is? Okay, something is not making sense, and that's what I'm coming from. And that's what I'm talking about we talk about the mark of the beast and everything like that. Something is not making sense. Anyways, guys, don't want to make this video so long, but I'm gonna leave the link so you guys can read it through it, and then I'll find the link for that vaccination registry too. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel. Have a great night. Bye.